YouTube? We're back again for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion blog coverage here live at Gencon 2019. Thanks to all of our amazing Kickstarter backers. These spectacular companies here who donated games to our Kickstarter to help us run it, so big thanks to them. Be sure to show them some love. And of course, our big sponsors, Steve Jackson Games, who has the new Deadly Doodles. I'll post a link down below. Check that one out. And Tasty Minstrel Games, who sponsors everything we do. So I was at the Fantasy Flight in-flight report tonight, and I got a chance to check out one of their newly announced games, Arkham Horror Final Hour, which is coming out later this year. It's a 1-hour cooperative Arkham Horror experience. They want to compress down Arkham Horror and Eldritch Horror into a 1-hour package. I got a chance to try it out. And how it works is, people at a college are trying to raise one of the great ones. One of the Cthulhu's, the Undeads, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm not the biggest on the theme. I like the theme, but I don't understand it that much. They're trying to raise it, you have to stop it. And how you're going to stop it is by guessing what these two face-down tokens are. On the bottom of these two tokens, there's going to be some different shapes. Right above that, there are 10 spots for shapes. And so there's like 2 squares, 2 triangles, 2 plus signs, 2 minus signs, whatever. So there's a grand total of 5 different shapes, and they have 2 of each. So there's 10 circles there. Scattered around the board, there's going to be this college and all the different locations of the college, and there's going to be monsters and bad stuff you're going to have to fight. But at each of the different locations, there's going to be this little circular disc, which is going to have like a square or a triangle or whatever it is on it. And if you get that and you go investigate the area, you get to put the little circle down on the bottom, which gives you information, because the end goal is you're trying to guess and successfully predict the bottom 2 circles. But not just that, you have to do it in a gamery way. So that's the basic theme of it, and it's really cool, very streamlined, very simple, where you're going to be flipping over a card on your turn. The card is going to have a top, it's going to have a bottom. Generally, the top is very good. The bottom could be very bad, or it could just be kind of bad. And you're the only one who's going to know what's on that card. So it might say, you move 1 space and you kill 2 monsters. Or the bottom would say, you move 1 space and everything in that attacks or something bad like that. And you're going to put that card face down, and then you're going to have another smaller hand of cards, which are going to have numbers between like 1 and 30 or something like that. And at this point, you're laying down a card which is going to be the order. So you might put a 24. And then the next person is going to flip over one of their cards. They're going to secretly lead it, put it down, and then they're going to put another one of their order cards. So if they put the 23, that means their 23 is going to happen before your 24. You're going to do this 4 times. So there's going to be 4 cards out, and then 4 mini cards, which are the order. The mini cards are known. So if someone plays a 1, you're like, they really want that to happen first. Now, why this matters is because the first 2 cards in the order are going to have the top half, the good thing, happen. Whereas the last 2 cards in the order are going to have the bad thing happen. And so you're trying to be like, oh. But there's another element to the game, which is the cards that you're playing with, the numbers on them, are going to have symbols on them. And the more symbols you have on those cards, the worse things that the great ones are going to do to screw you over. But then it's like, do I want to play the cards in the middle where I'm not sure if they're going to be the top 2 or the bottom 2, but at the same time I'm not putting these symbols out, which are going to make monsters eat my face? So there was an interesting choice even when you play the cards, and then the cards came back really big at the end of the game. So how it works is, at the end of a round, in particular at the end of the 8th round, you have to try and predict what those 2 little circles at the bottom are. But at any point throughout the game, you might be in the 5th, 6th round, be like, we need to do this now, either because I think we're ready, or because I think we're going to die next turn, because there's a way to die with the monsters going around. I'm not going to go into all the specifics, but I really like the methods, the different mechanisms of the game, and the different tokens. It was all very streamlined. The player aid card was incredibly useful. But what you're trying to do at the end of the turn is you try to guess what those 2 little tokens at the bottom are. But you don't just get to say, oh, it's a triangle and it's a square. No, what you have to do is you have to play cards from your hand. You're going to play 3 cards of those brown cards that have the numbers on your hand, because in addition to having the symbols, which trigger the bad guys, and the numbers, which trigger when the things are going to happen in the order, they also have some symbols on them that match the different tokens. And you need to have at least 2, I think it depends on the player count, but you need to have like 2 of that symbol. So towards the end of the game, you have to be like, I want to play this card, but it's got the symbol I need in the top corner, which added an even extra little layer to the game, which was both gamery and I think simple enough that lighter gamers are still going to enjoy that as well. But in the end, I was a really big fan of this game. I thought it was really stinking cool. There's going to be 3 different monsters, so there'll be a little bit of variability. There were some one-time use special items, which I wish there would have been a couple more of those. And I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. I like the artwork. I like the mechanisms. I think this would be very easy to learn, very easy to teach. And I think if you're a big fan of Arkham or Eldritch Horror and you want to get a game that kind of maybe gives you the same flavor, not mechanism-wise, but maybe the same Arkham Cthulhu flavor, I think this is one you're going to want to check out. And I think if you're in lighter games, I think if you're in the light to medium weight market and you've been looking for that first Arkham game, aside from that really fast dice one they had, I think this is a great one to check out. I don't think the theme comes across nearly as strong, but I still think this is a really great game. I enjoyed the heck out of it, and I would love to have a copy of it. So that was the Arkham Horror Final Hour game. And oh yeah, I think this is going to be a great family game as well, because it was not complex. I think if your kids can read the cards, they can absolutely enjoy this game. I'd say maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. I think you could really get some enjoyment out of this game, and adults as well. So I think it's going to be a little bit of an anomaly game. Play it on family game night, play it on game night, you're going to get good results both times. But be sure to check that one out. It looks like it might be a cup of tea. I think that might be in my top 10 list. But then again, it's Wednesday night, so who the heck knows? If you're enjoying what I'm doing, be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on that little Amazon Associates link down below. Throws a couple pennies my way. It really does help support the channel. And in the comments below, let me know what's the deepest you've dabbled into the Cthulhu, into that whole mythos and reading about it. Wow, my voice is going already. This is really bad. It's only Wednesday night. For me personally, it's just the games. I've never even tried to read the books, the lore, or anything like that. But let me know in the comments below. How deep have you dived into that? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.